And we're back, and we've got one of those lovely, fun-filled matches with New York Wrecking Crew Noobies. Wrecking Crew's going to be on your left, Noobies on your right.
This is a big match. After that, we're going to have Leverage versus Royal City Seadogs. This is the one everybody is waking up for. If you're in your car watching this on your phone, please pull over.
Please pull, yeah. And you know what, Wrecking Crew's going to lose one off the break.
So Wrecking Crew down by a body. They are in the snake, both teams in the snake.
Yeah, Noobies has got 3 across the back, and then, you know, that Aztec and a snake guy.
So neither team has any snake corner. Now, that's not a huge deal in this layout. Snake corner is not very helpful in controlling the snake.
Yeah.
The best snake control bunkers are really in the middle of the field.
For sure.
Noobies are going to lose their home player out of that backhand. So Noobies down a couple bodies now. Oh, unfortunately for Noobies, they're going to lose their snake insert, the mini temple. That means they're down to just this snake player and their mini wall. No, and the Dorito Tower. So they're doing okay. This snake player is being very sneaky. He has a chance to come up with a surprise here, maybe pull some bodies.
I love me some sneak.
At the same time, Wrecking Crew is losing a couple bodies off that Dorito side. So this is, and Noobies lose their snake player.
We've got Colton Dahl running up on this snake. He's small enough he can do that.
It's just the Dorito side for Noobies at this point.
Yeah, Colton's giving his guys the wave. I think he's trying to tell them I've got this body going on.
Yeah, they know where he is, so no surprise there. Noobies player is going to take a walk. That'll be it. Colton's going to hit that buzzer. First point should go to New York Wrecking Crew, assuming no dirty hit surprise. All right, good work to Wrecking Crew. They take that first point. We're going to bounce out to the other big game that everybody's here to watch, and that's going to be Leverage versus Royal City Seadogs. This is a very important game, especially for Leverage. So the situation is they are going to get a bye into the playoffs. So you could say, well, what does this point matter? Well, what matters is that the only way a team can leapfrog Leverage to snag that pro spot for the year is if Leverage has, basically they have to come in dead last going into those semifinals. So if Leverage can win this, I believe they pretty much guarantee themselves a pro spot, and you'll be seeing a pro team at the end of this match if Leverage can win this.
I've got the Seadogs in the cake, but he's looking at his gun. I think he's having some issues. Just never good first point.
Leverage peeling off their home player, unfortunately, so they're down a body.
All right, I think the Seadog here in the snake has finally adjusted his gun. He's ready to take on some action.
Leverage player looking across, trying to see if he can pick up a cheap kill from the snake. There's a launch by the...
Ooh, it looks like it's going to be a trade there.
Yeah. And that's a fine trade if I'm the Seadogs, because that's such a dangerous position to leave one of the Wrecking Crew players in. I'm sorry, leave a Leverage player in.
And they're calling off another snake guy.
Ooh, it's falling
coming
apart.
Out of the Seadogs. They do fill the corner, though. So we've got 2 cans going on. We've got the corner and we've got the home.
Love it. All right, Leverage at snake 1, and they're at their home.
And it looks like the snake corner is going to be Devin Strickler, a.k.a. Stanley. And then the home guy over there is going to be Derek Weltz. So and Weltz is actually going to fill this snake from that home. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it on the run, gets shot in the shoulder.
So I believe that leaves Leverage with a 3-on-2 advantage. Leverage moving into that D1.
Now, I do like Stanley's kind of game plan here. He was just actually wrapping this snake corner very low. And I haven't seen that yet. I do enjoy that. But you can tell Leverage is confident over here because they're popping the top.
Yeah, I don't know if he's... confidence, yes. I think he's also searching for players. I think they're trying to figure out what's going on here. He's going to pop up the radar mask and just try to figure it out.
Yeah, this is when they need to put the pieces together and kind of figure out what we got.
Looks like that's Chris Caputo for Leverage moving down the snake.
He's a good dude.
Oh,
we do lose Stanley.
Great support.
And they're going to try to take out
just that Dorito Tower.
And luckily...
All right. Leverage takes another step towards pro. Good for them. They're up 1-0.
I mean, but I know Wrecking Crew is hungry. They are hungry for that pro spot.
I mean, the scores are relatively tight. If you look at the standings for the year, it's not a huge lead for anybody. So I think we are at 382 points for Leverage.
Yeah, it's anybody's. I just feel like it's anybody's game at this point.
Royal City Seadogs at 356. Wrecking Crew at 353. Noobies a little bit further down at 334, but
both teams are struggling to get to the box right now. It's kind of tight.
Podrunner desperately trying to get off the field.
Mortified.
All right.
So
Noobies doubled up.
Had a double home, and now he's launching off to that wing.
Good work by Wrecking Crew taking that middle brick. We keep harping on this. It's such a critical bunker. Well, that's the middle wedge. Getting up that brick would even be better.
Yeah, and it looks like he was in front of me. So Ian's in front of me for the New York Wrecking Crew, and he's got Colton Dahl behind him to support.
They've lost a body, though, for Wrecking Crew. A drop back 2 home by Wrecking Crew, and now over that mini wall, they're trying to shore up their defenses over there on the Dorito side. Newbies are going a little bit passive. I don't mean that as a negative. I think they're just calming down, lock the guns up, trying to see if New York Wrecking Crew will make a mistake. Oh, great shot. Wrecking Crew in the middle is going to take a walk. The Snake player is going to try to run highway at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what unlucky timing there for Rolfson. He was so focused down the Snake, he didn't see number 16 doing the same thing on the highway. I think that's Mike Pomakatz. Let's call him Joseph. They're going to towel out of that one.
And you know what? For Wrecking Crew, we do have a hometown homie over there. Aiden.
Oh, Aiden Chaseman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm not sure where the nickname of Parker comes in. I haven't heard that before.
I haven't heard that one either.
I've got a few on here that I was kind of curious of. Like for Ian, Michael.
Maybe some of these guys are avoiding creditors and they're just taking on pseudonyms.
They're taking on alternative personalities.
Yeah.
When they're here at paintball, they're a totally different human. They're in the real world.
What happens in Florida stays in Florida, I guess. All right, I don't love this. I feel like teams are late to get into the box. We've seen that a lot this weekend.
Especially for these teams, well-established, higher divisional teams, it shouldn't be this much of a struggle.
And it's bad because it also means that you're getting to the box and you're freaked out a little bit. You're whatever game plan your coach is giving you.
You don't have time to kind of confirm, like, okay, here's our plan, this is what everybody's doing.
I'll call that an organizational failure.
Got Leverage on the right, Seadogs on the left.
Seadogs, I love their jerseys.
I do. White is the theme this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of white jerseys here. Now, if they came down here expecting heat, expecting a very hot weekend in the 90s, then white jersey's not a bad idea for that reason.
Right.
The weather has been pretty good so far. All right, Seadogs into the Snake immediately and out to that Dorito corner.
Leverage also in the Snake, but they're going to actually take, this back spot. So Seadogs obviously going to take the advantage there.
Seadogs lose their Dorito side runner, though, so they're down to 4 bodies.
And Leverage does have a Dorito guy popping in that Dorito. He's being supported by the home. Along with that, Leverage has got some support coming in from that Aztec.
Seadogs lose another player, so down to 3 bodies. I wouldn't mind seeing this mini wall player try to get out to that Dorito tower if we can. That will help shore it up. This is Nick Campbell sliding up the Snake for Seadogs. He doesn't know this, but Dangerous only a few feet
Leverage
away.
is going to make this aggressive kind of move. I don't know if he knows that guy's on the other side.
Who bumps the bunker?
Right. Who figures it out first?
Yeah. Oh, he hears the gun. He's going to launch.
Yep, there it is.
Seadog player going to get shot in the back.
I think
That's
he
clean.
makes it clean.
He's clean. And that mini wall is now in a world of trouble.
But I can't read the red.
It's just the mini wall. I wouldn't blame them for toweling out of there. And then on the mini wall's dead. There it is. Good point by Leverage.
Leverage has got the momentum.
Would you say they have leverage?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, everybody at home.
I agreed, and I didn't even realize it was a cheesy joke. I expect nothing less from you, though.
I can't be stopped.
Okay, this must be a joke on this sheet because I've got Marcelo Margot as Nicholas for Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, I'm starting to question our rosters that we have here.
I can't tell if everybody's messing with us.
I think we're being punked, I believe is what the kids say.
You know what? Maybe they're just trying to spice it up for us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Paintball Playground VR. You have a chance to go onto Steam, download this, and actually play some paintball in VR, which is pretty amazing to see that we're now in virtual reality.
Which I love. I mean, for me, I do play. I can't play here on the field, but I do play it in the VR.
You know what? If you're stuck up in, let's say, New England during the winter all year, maybe that's a good way to.
Yeah, there's your practice for sure.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Noobies is going to take the snake, but they do lose one coming off that Dorito side.
Wrecking Crew up in this middle to this wedge. It's good, but not perfect for stopping the snake. I wouldn't mind seeing if he could get to that brick. It's even better.
So I do have number 22 for Noobies in front of me. And it says it's Damian Vasquez, but I think that last name is different on this jersey.
I think
but
Vasquez.
They do lose another guy as well.
I think Vasquez spent all last year wearing a Dynasty jersey while playing for the Noobies.
Listen, when you're always Dynasty.
In some warped alternate reality, I made it on a team like Dynasty. I'd wear their jersey forever. I'd get a tattooed on me.
We're all part of Dynasty at this point. We've got a major penalty on Noobies coming from the snake corner. Going to take the home out and going to take this Dorito. Oh, nope, we're going to take the snake, actually.
Oh. Yeah, there they go. Noobies going to immediately towel out of that situation.
Yeah, as you know what, I would too. At that point, you've got nothing left. So 1-1 Wrecking Crew Noobies, tight game. The most beautiful sound you can ever hear. Point approved. So we're going back to Leverage versus the Seadogs. We've got a 2-0 in favor of Leverage. Now the question is, if Leverage is sending out the same guys, are they hot? Are they really killing it? Or are we making adjustments and putting in some fresh bodies? All right, so we're going to start up here. We're watching Leverage breakout. Seadogs are going to be on our right. Looks like, I was going to say 5 alive for both sides, but unfortunately Leverage does lose one. Seadogs are going to be a little aggressive on this Dorito side. I just saw somebody slide in next to that beam. And as I say that, we've got another launch up on the brick and a snake player coming in. Leverage is hanging on in this Aztec along with the W as well. Leverage, it looks like they lose another. And we also lose a Seadog going on over here.
Leverage pushing down that snake, trying to take advantage of the confusion. He's into the snake 4, S4. He's playing on the outside of that. It's a little dangerous if this Seadog.
Oh, but someone does take that brick out, so there's no one holding him up now.
Yeah, he just needs to get his gun down the snake and protect himself, or crawl. There we go. He's crossed the 50s into their S4. Seadog completely unaware of it. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody's aware of it.
This is when he's pretty much lethal at this point.
Yeah, he's going to look to see if he can pick
up
that Dorito tower.
So now the Seadog is here on the gun, so now he's deciding, do I make the run? Is this risk big enough for me to want to sacrifice for? I'm not really sure what their body count is. I do see the snake and then, the Dorito side tower. And it looks like they do have somebody in the Dorito.
Both snake players immediately go into defensive position, assuming the other one's coming to do him.
And I love this. This really shows how patient people can be, and I think it's really important to gain that skill, especially with scenarios like this.
Leverage in the driver's seat as far as 2-0, right? So if If they win this point, Royal City Seadogs are trying to come back 3 points in. What do we got?
9:26.
Yeah, that's a fair amount of time. I'll take it back.
Oh, for sure.
But you still don't want to go down 3-0.
No, it's not ideal because then, again, like we talked about yesterday, how do you build up morale? How do you build up, momentum and heat?
Oh, here we go. There's going to be a highway move by the
Highway
Sea Dogs.
run.
Nobody sees it. That's going to be clean.
Oh, and the slip. Oh, no, the field
he
did him dirty.
He didn't have a great secondary plan. Yeah, you're going to have to switch to the longer cleats, sir. And I've been guilty of that a million times, too. You go to bunker somebody, and you're like, oh, my God, I did it clean. Now what?
Now,
I don't have a good plan
I
after
always
that.
tell my guys, move with intention. Sure, the job is done, but what are you going to do after that?
Find a bunker.
Don't move unless you know exactly what your secondary move is going to be after you do that.
I could probably use that guidance. I will say I have even bunkered a player clean and then called myself out because I'm just so... I don't know.
Like, I don't know what to do now. I got to go.
No. I'm just so used to getting shot. Like you bunker somebody.
You're so used to trading out. And then
You're
you don't
assuming
trade
it's
out.
a one-way
Wow,
mission. And it's just reflexively, okay, I'm out. I did my thing. And then you're like, wait, I didn't get
what
hit.
Happened?
What? All right, Noobies on your left, Wrecking Crew on your right. Wrecking Crew up by 1 point. Ton of time on the clock.
Yeah.
All right, Newbie split wide. They're into the snake.
I do like this move from Wrecking Crew. He was acting like he's going in this Aztec, but then dove right into that snake, but they do lose the middle guy.
Yeah. They are very quick, though, to get up into the snake.
And this is our hometown homie. This is Aiden.
Oh, I don't know. Aiden's getting a check.
Hopefully they do lose Colton Dahl.
They're clean.
They're going to say Aiden is clean.
During that check, Newbies take the snake themselves. They're
Right,
in
and
the
they
S3.
do have a double home over in Wrecking Crew, so, they're surviving pretty well for such a time frame.
Aiden has now crossed the 50. Looking for kills. I don't think he sees anything. He's going to have to wrap a little bit to get a gun on maybe that Dorito corner.
Yeah. It looks like the home is kind of putting some heat over here, giving Aiden some opportunity. This is what I mean. They're both so patient.
Newbies are not aware of his presence. They don't know how close Aiden is.
And we've got Rudy who's coming snake away, and Barker's going to go Dorito side. They're spreading the field. We got great communication from Aiden as well.
Oh, Aiden's backup immediately points out the snake corner. So now it's just one. He's going to try to run.
He's going to run the highway and
it's
take
going to be
Aiden
clean.
out. Rudy's trying to hide
there
in the
you
snake
go.
corner.
He's got a secondary game plan.
Oh, see? Yep. Okay. And now,
wow, out of bounds. That's fine. 3 bodies.
Yeah, it looks like he did catch Rudy though in that run as well. So he takes 2. That's what I love.
Well done by Stopford.
All right, so we're returning back to Leverage and the Royal City Seadogs. Leverage up by 3. Seadogs really need to put a point on the board.
3 seconds.
Yeah, Royal City Seadogs a little bit desperate here for Leverage. This is working out just the way they needed it. We got a crisp round of high fives amongst the Royal City Seadogs.
We've got this point. Woo! Ooh, we love a good love, coach.
Seadogs into the snake and into the snake corner.
Yeah, and Leverage is going to do a double home that Aztec.
Look
and
at
this double home is actually going to bump over the Dorito side as well.
Look at this elbow slide crawl by the Seadog. That was so impressive.
Ooh, but I do have a ref check in the Leverage side. They're going to call him clean, though. And we've got good control over here. It looks like Leverage is got their Aztec guy kind of on the cross, and their home guy kind of snake way.
So Seadog snake corner decides to go in the snake also, and now fill in that snake corner.
Now they've got 3 over here, so now this is really...
I don't love it. I would have preferred to see somebody go up the middle.
Right,
It'd be
and
more
you know
effective.
How I feel about the double up, and you're front and back. You're just asking for it.
Yeah, 3. I mean, 3 bodies over here is still obviously very important, the snake side, so it's not a horrible plan.
Right.
Just would have been a little bit better use of resources to go up the middle.
And it looks like leverage is still 5 alive. We've got one in that Dorito corner. We've got 2 on the Dorito side. Somebody in the home still. 2 on the snake way. As I say that, they lose somebody. So sorry.
That's your fault. That is on you.
It's them coming after me later.
Like I said, someday we're going to have legalized betting on this, and we can use the commentator curse to enrich
People
ourselves.
are going to start bringing bribes.
Yeah. All right,
and if you are bringing bribes, I really do love coffee.
Seadogs get into that Dorito side tower.
Yep, and it looks like leverage is still in this home. Congratulations.
You can see him launch.
Oh,
oh.
Yep, there it is.
He was convinced, I think it's Campbell, he was convinced somebody was on the other side of the bunker from him.
But they do lose their snake corner for leverage, so now the snake is basically on an island because nobody else is over here for him.
So Seadog still doubled up over here. They need this point. I wonder if Campbell got bad communication that told him he was on the other side or something like that. It was an interesting launch.
Yeah, maybe, because, that was a run that was really risky, and that was going to bring him no reward.
Well, if there was somebody on the other side of the bunker from him, that was fine. That was a good trade. They were up bodies on this side, but...
Right.
Yeah,
I would really love for leverage, so they do have a guy in this mini, and I would love to have him be bumping out somewhere and kind of help his guys out. We've got a Dorito, the mini, and then their snake is close to the 50. I always tell my guys, don't cross the 50 by yourself.
You don't want anybody to have glory, huh?
No, I don't want anybody to die alone.
I'm going to die alone. Too dark? All right. Seadog getting a check.
Yeah, and we did see one.
Oh, he's getting pulled
in the middle. Oh.
No flag, though.
You know what? I would say thank you on your way back.
Yeah, I don't know if he asked for a check, because...
This is Chris Caputo in front of us, I believe. Oh, you know what?
Don't gesticulate.
I know. You didn't get a flag. You should have said thank you instead of being a dead man talking.
Get off the field,
Don't
Rosario.
do that.
The snake is cleared out. Leverage is going to control this. Leverage is very likely. Yep, they're going to go 4-0 on this one. Pretty much sealing up the match.
Right. And what I do enjoy about Chris Caputo, even though he is in front of us, his communication is so loud, so clear, he can cross a whole field with his voice.
And still hear it.
Right, and he's still going.
I don't know if that's something you can practice. You're just like, hey, I just got a smaller big voice box, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So usually when I teach people, and I got this actually from Marcelo Margot, so shout out to him, is if you can't get louder, two-tone it.
What does that mean?
So it means that you want to change the tone of your voice. So if you start the call off saying, like snake 1, you're going to say snake, and then you're going to elevate the tone. What happens is the brain hears the change, and it instantly is going to take that information without you trying to
Interesting.
Consciously reject it.
What about adding an accent? Does that help?
That might work too. I mean, I don't know, but I always call it like a sing-songy Disney voice. You're elevating your tone, and so because our bodies are constantly on the lookout.
Thanks to Vendetta Paintball. Thank you for helping sponsor this webcast. Support of the sponsors that keep this webcast on the air. So if you get a chance,
we
go
would be
visit
lost
them.
without you.
Yeah, well, we'd be very lost.
All
right, Wrecking Crew on your left. They're up by 3-1.
Looks like Noobies lose 2 off the break.
Immediately. Great shooting by Wrecking Crew.
But they do try to adjust. They're going to have one of their home guys break over into this snake corner.
Does it clean. And they get into that Dorito tower for Noobies.
And this is going to be 15 Stopford.
Wrecking Crew.
Snake corner for Noobies.
Wrecking Crew starting to push up that Dorito side.
And it looks like he's attracting a ref over there for a check. For Wrecking Crew, I do want to guess who this is, and I want to see if I'm right. Let's see. Let's say 11. Is it right? So Splitty, that's Splitty. You know why they call him that?
No.
Because he puts himself in the most uncomfortable positions to be in the snake. So they call him Splitty because you just see him, his legs are all
splayed,
contoured, and you're like, how do you do that? But, I mean, he's also a great athlete as well. That man is always working, eating like 20 eggs a day.
Doing some yoga, apparently.
Yeah, really very flexible, I guess. Some Pilates, maybe.
I've never done Pilates. Is that any different than yoga? Is that the same thing?
I don't know. I'm a weightlifter. You can never catch me in a Pilates.
20 seconds.
All right, Leverage in a commanding 4-0 lead.
Seadogs really, really need a point right now.
Yeah, Leverage really sealing up this another step towards the pro spot.
All right, we've got 5:54 on the clock, so we need to see some action from the Seadogs.
Leverage out to the snake and to the Dorito corner.
Okay, and we do see some action because the snake is going all the way.
Yeah, real aggressive there by Campbell.
But they do lose somebody in that mini, so that's not great. Oh, and they also going to lose somebody in that Dorito tower.
Yep, Leverage is going to lose a player on their Dorito side.
And this looks like Campbell to me in the front of this snake.
Oh, and they're going to lose their snake insert player for Leverage. I'm sorry, their home player is going to take a walk. Snake insert still in.
And Campbell's really passing on the information here. He is in the best spot to kind of read and react as a front player, and he's really looking back, sharing with his guys, hey, there's somebody in the home, there's somebody here. Really important, because then those guys can read and react and feed him information on how to keep going.
I don't know if Leverage came out with a, lock it down, kill the clock game plan, or because they've lost a few bodies, that's what they're doing, but I think they're just going to kind of sit on it, try to force Seadogs into some mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, for 4:40 on the clock, I feel like sitting might not be ideal, but in this case of the low bodies, what else can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're up by 4.
Congrats, that's their new game plan.
Got to make midfield adjustments. Your coach is only responsible for the breakout.
Interesting.
After that, you got to play paintball.
Their home player attempted to get into that mini insert. It doesn't work, and a penalty.
So going to take the snake out.
Oof. All right, that just leaves one Leverage player over there on that Dorito side. Very lonely.
Right. But I mean, like, you're going to tell?
No,
There's
obviously.
No need, right?
Yeah, but, it would have been
Unless
nice.
You're trying to save him from a back massage,
It would have been nice to make that point go a little longer. I'm trying, in my head, I'm trying to think about that penalty and what occurred there. So he made a move. He made a move from home to that snake insert bunker. The refs immediately went in, checked him, and threw a flag. I don't know if that meant they saw a hit on him as he was leaving the home bunker, headed towards there. Because if he had just gotten there and just gotten hit, generally that would not be a flag, if he didn't bring his gun up.
For sure.
So he might have had the hit on him as he started to move.
I know. I'd really love a little, ref in my ear telling me what's up. Because, I'm curious. So it looks like New York Wrecking Crew is going to have Sester, Colton Dahl, Ian, and I missed the last one, unfortunately, but we'll catch you after.
All right, Noobies in a little bit of a desperate situation. They're down by 3 points. They do have plenty of time on the clock, but they really can't lose any more points. They just gotta reel them off. They gotta reel them off consistently here.
Yeah, and as I'm looking in the Wrecking Crew pit, they've got Stephen Doherty. I did learn how to say that last night.
Well done.
If I messed it up, I'm so sorry. But, he's actually an excellent coach. They've got Ian diving right into the snake. Colton Dahl supporting him there. Colton also is going to join the snake. They've got a check going on in this W.
He's doubled up a home. They are into snake 2. This is Ian Rolfson here in the snake, number 25 for Wrecking Crew.
And they're going to bump into that Dorito corner as well.
Noobies are going to lose their snake insert player, their mini temple. Rolfson setting up a trap. He's waiting for Noobie player to try to cross.
I think he's waiting, and I think Colton's trying to give him the right info. And now we've got 3 coming snake way for this Wrecking Crew side. And what I do enjoy about Wrecking Crew is all of their snake players are so patient. Ian's been sitting here for how long,
Yeah.
And now he's, see, he was looking on the inside. I don't know if he gave himself away, though.
He did give away his location. If Noobies are doing good communication, their snake players should now know it.
Yeah, and this Noobies guy he's getting on his feet, so you see it right down to possibly happen. Or we're going to pop a top, which is always a risk. Yep. So now they've identified Ian. Now Ian needs to, yes, a little tactile retreat. Love it. And
Ooh, a little bit of an oversight by Wrecking Crew up the middle.
A little back massage never hurt nobody.
Yeah, that,
oh, no. Minor penalty, dead man talking. Unfortunate.
All right. I got to be honest. I think that was overshooting. If I was a newbie player, I'd be a little upset about that too. But the fact that he stayed on the field trying to make a thing of it caused him to get a penalty.
So from what I've heard, right, it's ref discretion on how many balls would be an overshooting. So
in my opinion, it's not just the number of balls. It's the where is the player facing? Where is he? Like if you stand up into a stream, no, that happens, whatever. Yeah, but if you've already given yourself up, you're 10 feet away from the bunker, you're walking down the sideline, and you're still taking the stream to your back, that's blatant overshooting, even if it's 3 balls.
Right.
So I understand his frustration because, frankly, I think that was overshooting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he's.
Yeah, as far as staying on the field, interfering with play by talking or gesticulating, that call was legitimate. It's just I think that maybe an overshooting in there wouldn't have been a bad call.
Yeah, I think it should have been kind of fair and square there. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to call for a talking penalty, at least give the man.
Yeah, give him the overshoot penalty. And by the way, I don't have a problem with quote unquote overshooting if a player is playing dirty. Like if somebody goes down your tape line and he's got hits on you and he's ignoring them and
keep going. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to catch a few. You're going to learn your lesson.
So I've got you chose that life.
So we've got leverage on the right, Seadogs on the left. Leverage up by 3 right now. Luckily, Seadogs put that point on the board.
They need it.
3:55 on the clock though, so now it's really trying to formulate and adjust how do we at least either play catch up or start beating leverage.
Got to be efficient though. This is Campbell again for Seadogs. Up into the snake. All right, looks like we're still 5 alive for Seadogs.
All right, so we're a little distracted by some
ref
conversation. My bad. My ADHD was like, what is this convo?
There's some accusations of scouting pits.
Yeah, we do have crossing pit lines supposedly, but I didn't really see it. I could be wrong, though.
All right, in that confusion, Campbell's crossed up to the 50. He's locking onto his opponent in the snake.
Leverage has got somebody in the Dorito side corner, but he's actually bumped it to the tower.
I can't tell if Leverage is trying to bounce shot into the back of the of Campbell, or it's just they think he's at that bunker.
So I haven't heard or even seen a lot of bounces recently, but you know how it goes first day, you kind of learn some stuff.
I've seen a few attempts, but I don't think anything even close to being successful.
I think most people are trying to just drop that paint in. Leverage being kind of cool, calm, and collect here. They've got that snake corner, and the snake's kind of trying to read the field, especially through the middle.
Royal City Seadogs doing fine, but they're doing it slow fine. They need to be doing it fast fine.
Right, yeah. I feel like they're acting like they've got the time. I don't know if clock management or nobody's aware of the clock.
I don't know, but they need to do something, and they need to move it faster.
So, yeah, something's got to give.
Well, what's giving right now is the clock, or taking away.
I was going to say, it's not giving.
Yeah.
It's dismissing at this point. Looks like we got a check come out on the snake corner for leverage.
Campbell sliding back across the 50 into their S4. Looks like we dropped a player from the snake corner.
Oh, they do, and you know what? They're going to do the highway, and they're going to...
Oh,
he misses it.
Campbell's going to launch.
Someone else ate him out. Okay, see, finally, we're seeing something. Okay, Campbell.
He's got to be careful. He might be going out of bounds there.
I was going to say, don't run out of bounds now.
That's exactly what happens. The ref's going to pull him.
Oh,
now,
no.
Campbell might be lucky he didn't get a major there. Because if his foot was out of bounds when he shot that last player, that's a major.
Yes, they have a minute 17. Seadogs,
it's
secure a
possible.
point from what it sounds like.
It's possible. They were slow, the approach. They did finish it quickly, but a little bit slow approach. I think Leverage is making the exact argument about Campbell being out of bounds. Yeah, Leverage is arguing that he was out of bounds when he was shooting the last player.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to,
I'm not down there on that line. I can't tell you whether that's true or not. But from where we are, it looked like it was possible. So
yeah.
There's a possible argument there.
I do wish the lines were a little more brighter for my own sanity, but I understand.
Once cleats and wet grass, it just that paint gets washed off real quick. At the beginning of the weekend, the lines were painted, but they're starting to wear away.
Right.
Especially in the high traffic areas over here. The refs are going to have a discussion about this. They're going to at least make sure they get it right. I'm always on the side of the refs. I know I'm biased, but
you're not biased.
I am biased. At least I'll admit my bias, right? And thanks again to Wasteland Paintball Park for sponsoring us. You help keep us on the air. So if you're in the region of Wasteland Paintball Park, please get out there. If you're in the Texas area, go play.
Right, play some paintball.
Yep. But I'm going to give credit to this reffing crew. This weekend, like we had a major malfunction yesterday in a call that actually they pulled the wrong bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of reffing crews would have just went, just tell everybody we made the right call. Don't admit to it. Don't show weakness.
For sure.
I've seen reffing crews that they don't want it. But this reffing crew did the right thing. They took a long break and they figured it out.
So Jason is the head ref, and he told me yesterday I didn't fly 1,000 miles to be wrong, but also I'm going to ref fairly, and I think that's a respectable way to be.
All right.
So it looks like Noobies is going to be 5 alive, but the Snake Corner is asking for a head check. And he's going to be called out, unfortunately, for them.
So Noobies drop a body, wrecking crew.
Now, this is new for me. Noobies is actually, they doubled that mini. The guy slid into the Dorito side corner, and now the other one is going to slide into his giant wing.
You know what? When you're down 5-1, you might as well try new stuff.
Right, you got to really, give it a go.
Wrecking crew doubled up in the snake.
And that is going to be slitty number 11, so I'd love to see what we're working with today.
So Wrecking Crew has that middle wedge. He should be working as a break to stop this snake, and I think it works. Sure enough, he pulls out that snake player. Newbie's taking a walk. Newbie's down to 3 bodies.
Yeah, this Noobies player, it looks like 16 is a little unhappy here. He feels like he's getting overshot as well. I do see some hits in his pod and his pack, so I do
What's
understand.
his last name? Would you please try pronouncing that?
Don't do me dirty like that.
Do your job.
Listen, you know what? Joseph.
Joseph.
That's the nickname. I will not attempt to chop this last name. I feel like it's just, the worst when you try to give credit and they don't get the right name.
All right, Wrecking Crew's now across the 50. They're at the S4 of Noobies. Noobies down points. They're down position, and they're running out of time.
Yeah,
that's
5:43. Okay.
Yeah, but if you go down by 5 points, actually it's a mercy. You go down by 5 points, you're done out here.
Yeah.
DeVivo trying to dig in, see if he can pull out something.
Yeah, and this
DeVivo's in a lot of trouble.
DeVivo, something like that, in this corner.
He's doing the dance of the dead right now. He's just trying to.
He's trying to just hold on for dear life.
Yeah,
I mean, they do have a Dorito side tower as well. He's kind of on this cross, and they do have a Dorito who just slid in as well.
Yep. Dorito's into Dorito 3.
So they're trying to spread out. They're trying to contain the snake, but, I mean, Splitty is always one to kind of hang low and only pop up when he needs to.
That D3 to D50 is a free crawl over there because of the snake beam, but the D50 doesn't do a lot on this field. So what you really want to get to is their D3, and then you can do some damage.
Wrecking Crew does have somebody in that Dorito corner, though, so hopefully, Seadogs or Noobies doesn't catch that guy trying to take him out when he's crossing that 50-yard line. Now, I do like this cross-up tactic for Noobies. They've got one in that Dorito tower looking this way, and they've got one in the can looking Dorito way.
You know what? DeVivo's had great survivability here. He is in an awful position, and he's been there for at least a full minute. Now, there's a bump forward by Crew. They're immediately under fire from this Dorito tower. Yep. DeVivo, as I say,
so now Slay's going to take this opportunity because that snake corner is out. And he's going to try to take out this last body in the mini. Actually, I'm sorry. There's another one on that Dorito side still.
Yeah. These are desperate times for the Noobies here.
Right. And I believe that blue beanie is going to be Ben Slofer, and they're all just going to take this run down.
And New York Wrecking Crew is going to seal this with a 6-1 victory. All All right, there it is. Congratulations, New York Wrecking Crew. You're going to win this one. Nice.
Oh, we love it.
Nice.
We love a good handshake. I don't know if they practice that all night at
You know
home.
what the sport needs is end zone dances.
Right.
We
We
need
got a
some-
little hopper dump, too.
We need some Hingle McCringleberry end zone dances. All right, we're going to flip back over to the Leverage versus Royal City Seadogs. We've got a minute 17 on the clock. Not impossible for Seadogs to match it up, but not easy.
Right.
You can have some fast points on this field, but not, how do I say this, not without chaos.
Right. Now without chaos, you get the risk of penalties when it comes to chaos.
Yeah. But, you know, if you think you're going to win this game in 30 seconds by diving into the snake and then crawl, no. You need to be just sending suicide bombers up the middle. That's about it.
That'll be... We're going to be canceled.
10 seconds.
Look at the dedication by that pod runner. He's getting those pods no matter what.
Oh, and I do hear some newbies yelling behind me while they're shaking hands.
Ooh, you know what? The Leverage might have gotten a little false start there on the buzzer.
Yeah.
But
they had that their first point, too.
not enough that the refs are going to call it. So
The Seadogs do lose one, but they are in this giant brick, so that's kind of beneficial for him. The snake is asking for a head check.
this is not fast enough for the Seadogs.
I need more speed. I need wheels.
Yeah.
Show me a fire under your butt. Let's go.
Seadog's going to try to bunker out that middle. It does. It works. He's clean. He's going to keep going. He's going to take a hit, pull himself
Yeah, I
out.
just don't know if he knows that this... Yeah, see, now he's going to be a little caught up with this other snake going on from Leverage.
Campbell should jump and run highway.
Absolutely.
There's no time on the clock to do anything
Right.
else. We're
Just,
at 45 seconds.
This is that die on your sword moment.
No.
They do take another Leverage player out, though. Oh, and
nice
He
shot by
takes out
Campbell.
that snake as well. Okay, Campbell. He's here to play today.
Well, he's here to play for the next 30 seconds. He's got to
But
make it happen.
yes.
There it is. He's dead.
And as we say that, you know what? But he had a good run, though.
Yeah. Looks like Leverage is going to close it out, though. They're going to get that buzzer. Congratulations to Leverage. You might have just punched your ticket to pro, if I'm doing my math right.
Point approved.
Leverage may have just sealed up their pro spot with this win over Seadogs. If you listen to this, go to the Leverage web store. Start buying pro jerseys before they sell out.
Right. And I mean, if you're like me and you're curious about the tee, you missed it during this point. We've got Noobies who's trying to shake hands with Wrecking Crew, and they're a little upset about the overshooting. So there's a little chat yelling going on.
Yeah, Newbie's a little salty. I can understand that. Some of those things, I mean, they legitimately lost, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
there's some
It's
things.
hard to take an L, and then it's hard to take a few extra to the back for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, respectfully. All right, so we've got 16 seconds on the clock. Seadogs on the left, Leverage on the right.
Do you even bother trying to just send a rating party
I was
through the
gonna
middle?
say for the
Or you just-
Seadogs, what's your thought process? What's your game plan here?
You know what? I think all you're going to, again, for me, if I was the coach, I would abandon worrying about the points situation. I would just say, I would even worry about trying to win this point. What I would say is, let's just see what we can do with our breakout.
Right, then we can
There's a
use for
breakout I
later.
want to try, a particular weird snake run. I want to try it. You know that Leverage is going to be guns heavy here. So this is a good chance for you to try out a breakout. And the breakout's not going to go any further than the breakout, because 16 seconds is not enough time.
Nope, absolutely not.
So just use it as a practice for a breakout for a future game.
See what other risky stuff you can use for later.
These teams, by the way, they got to come back. They're not done here. Even when the prelims are over, we know that Seadogs are locked in for the playoffs. So this isn't irrelevant for the playoff. It is relevant for playoff seeding. By the way, I want to thank TitanLegal.com. Titan Legal out of the Texas area. We got a lot of Texas sponsors today.
I do like it.
Yeah, thank you, Texas.
And if you're not following them on Instagram, you have to, because Chanel makes some of the best promo videos I've ever seen.
For Titan Legal?
Yes,
Oh,
that's her work. That's
I
her
didn't know
job.
that.
She makes, I think yesterday she made one where she was sliding into the snake, and I was like, that a girl, okay.
Really?
Yes. So go follow them on Instagram. Watch all of her good stuff, and, if you need anything legal, she's the one, and Titan Legal is too.
Go out there, get in trouble, people. You got Titan Legal at your back.
They call her the menace for a reason, and she's probably a menace in any other situation as well.
All right, let's see what the Seadogs cook up. You could probably run the length of this field if you're an athlete, not me, in 16 seconds and hit the buzzer, but when you got 5 other guys shooting at you, it's not that easy. You wouldn't be able to stop at a bunker. You'd have to have some kind of miracle. Now, Seadogs are going to come out relatively conservative. They are going to throw one body up the Dorito side into D2.
Seadogs making that large run up the middle, and they're going to have somebody follow them as well. They lose their snake, though.
Seadogs making their secondary moves. They're fairly aggressive on their secondaries.
3 seconds left in the clock.
Yeah, that's it.
Game stopped. No points. Game finished.
All right, well, congrats to Leverage.
And don't forget, we were just talking about Paintball Playground. You got to log on to meta.com and get on that VR and really start hounding on your skills.
Disconnect from the real world. All right, well, that is going to wrap up this match. Thank you so much. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, you're going to watch Outlaw AP versus Jackpot and Chicago Distortion versus Denver Altitude.
Oh, so fun.
Thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll see you in a minute.